What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Neon Dream Games. This week I've got another update for you on my game Fruits vs. Veggies. So I've got another update. It's not a big update because if I'm being honest, I am trying to figure out my work schedule, my balance, my everything. Since the last time, I think I mentioned I started a new job and it's going fine with the new job, but it is creating obviously a difference in my schedule from before. I don't have as much time to work on my game, and I'm trying to balance doing YouTube and a few other things that require my attention, as well as trying to continue making a game. So truthfully, I've spent only probably a couple hours in the last couple weeks working on my game. And I'm assuming this is the dilemma many of us independent game developers face. Most of us can't do this full time yet, so you've got to figure out how to fit it into your schedule. But I don't want to spend a ton of time on that. Let's talk about what I did accomplish. So in the last video, I said I created the tomato unit, which it basically is kind of a kamikaze unit. It bounces across the screen and explodes once it is, destroyed, killed, however you want to say it. And I was having a problem with the explosion, basically. It was doing weird things and I didn't know how to fix it in the moment. But then almost within a day or something of releasing my last devlog, I watched another person on the internet do a game jam video, and in their game jam video they had sort of like these explosions. It was sort of a real-time strategy sort of game they were making, and there's these explosions, and I just I'd seen this graphic that they used come up, and I was thinking like, well, how did they do that? And then I was thinking they probably made an explosion. In the case of like if it was in Godot, I don't even remember what platform they were using, but in Godot I was like, it should probably be a separate node, because before with the tomato unit I was trying to create this explosion within its own node of the tomato character node, and I was trying to like hide it, but when it died it would become visible using like an area 2D node with a collision shape on it, and it was just creating all kinds of weird issues. So then I was like, why don't I treat it like a projectile? Like my eggplant has a projectile where it throws the thing and that instantiates once it, launches it. And I treated the explosion like a projectile. So like once the character dies, it triggers the, projectile, and that immediately solved my problem. I just made an area 2D with a collision shape, and I call that once the character dies, and I just put it on a brief timer and it appears on screen. Any of the enemies that are within its collision shape immediately get hurt, and that's that. It was a problem that it was a less than 30-minute solve. It was real easy to fix that. So the tomato unit worked, and I then decided with the remaining time that I want to invest in this project, I want to just try to get all the units created as quickly as I can. So I just started going down the list again, and the next unit up was the apple. And I basically copied the strawberry code because it functions pretty similarly to the strawberry, almost identically, except for I'm just making it a intermediate tiered unit. So it has a little more health, a little more damage, that kind of stuff. It's going to take longer to respawn because it is a little bit more of a powerful unit than the strawberry. But yeah, I didn't really have much problems there. I just had to tweak a little bit in the code, change a couple of names, and boom, I have an apple that I can load in. And I think I'm going to, just because the process is similar, I'm going to try to load the rest of the fruit units, I think, before I work on the veggie units, just as I get on a roll, because I have to create the button, I guess you would say. I have to create the button for every single one of them. So, I mean, it's real easy to just generally create the unit itself, but then to call the unit, I have to create the button. And in some ways, the veggie units are probably easier in that regard. I don't have to create a button. But that's about it. That's really all I accomplished in this last couple weeks. I'm hoping to nail down my schedule a little bit more and figure out how to balance everything and give time to each project and thing that needs time. And if I'm being honest, also at this point, I'm not overly excited about this game anymore. This game is a first game. You know, it's a game that its purpose was for me to make a game, release it quickly, understand how to release it on Steam, which is, I guess, another thing I'm sort of working on. I'm still working on my Steam page, and that has been proven to be a more daunting task than I thought. But as I do it piece by piece, it's slowly coming together. I just need to devote time to it. Again, we're talking about time. So I don't have any idea if, I don't feel strongly that this is going to be my best game. And frankly, it shouldn't be. It's my first game. The purpose should be that I see it through and learn from it so that when I make the next game, that game can be better. And I would really like to start working on another game. I don't know what that game is yet, but I'm kind of tired of this game. I don't feel strongly about its gameplay loop or anything, or its hook, or I don't know. I should have more confidence in it, I'm sure, but I'm not even sure how to make it a game exactly yet. I have some ideas how to piece it together in the end, but I don't know. I guess for now, I'm going to make the units. That's my plan. And once the units are made, I'll see how I want to mold that into a game. My thought is using levels, and each level has, maybe before each level, it tells you which veggie units are going to spawn into that level, and then that can allow you to decide which fruit units you want to take into the level, as I think I'm going to limit you to having to choose which ones you want to bring in. And I don't know. I mean, it's going to be something in the end. I don't think I'm going to make millions off it or anything. I'm not even sure if I'll make $100 on it, but that's okay, because the purpose of this game is to learn and get it out there and learn how to release a game so I can do it again next time easier with more confidence. And that's about it. That's about it for this week. Hopefully this will be a little bit shorter of a devlog, and hopefully by next devlog I'll have created, honestly, I hope I've created all of the fruit units. So I guess we'll see on the next devlog if I accomplish that task or not. And yeah, until the next one, everybody take care and keep YouTubing it up.
Thanks for checking out Neon Dream Games channel. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell button so you can stay up to date on all the latest videos we have to offer. Don't forget to leave a comment to suggest what kind of videos you'd like to see more of in the future. See you in the next video.